What's up, podcast fam? This is How I Met My Brother podcast, and we're so happy that you are here. Thanks for listening, and enjoy episode 38, The Slim Thick King. This is How I Met My Brother.
Hello everyone, welcome to the How I Met My Brother podcast. My name is Jeff, and this, to my right, to your left on the screen, is my king, Jacob Michael Cody, the light of my life, and my my guy. How are you today?
Hey, I'm feeling very royal because of that introduction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the first time someone's called me king,
I've never had anyone call me king.
Really?
Never.
You're king in my book.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime. My day's been all right. I've been doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that, working a little bit, doing a little fun,
What kind of fun have you done?
I went to the bank today. That was kind of, fun.
Make some deposits into your Roth IRA or something?
Yeah, my Roth 1OK. It's been great, just another day in the finance life. No, just kidding. I actually made a withdrawal.
Ooh, not good.
Yeah, but it's all right. Sometimes you just gotta pay stuff, and that's what it's all about in this life. So,
Was it a large withdrawal?
not for me. It's just
But to the average person,
to an average person,
American, yes.
to an average person, like $25K would be a lot. But for me, it's kind of just everyday stuff.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
good.
just kidding. No.
So you didn't withdraw $25,000 today?
No, I don't. If I did, there'd be a huge over withdrawal fee that I'd have to pay.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm feeling a little grouchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm on
Jeffy the Grouch?
Yeah, just about. I am on the 21st hour of my fast
Oh.
of water and black coffee and gum. I will also partake in gum. But so I'm a little hangry. Now, fasting's not unusual. I intermittently fast regularly, but I've never done one
For like health reasons?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of fat.
Nah.
So I'm trying to
don't
work
say
on
that.
that.
Don't say that, King.
Thank you. My slim king.
My Slim King. The Slim King.
I want you to refer to me as the Slim King.
The Slim. There's only one.
The Slim Thick King.
Slim Thick King.
STKJ. Slim King Jeff. Slim Thick King Jeff.
Slim Thick.
Slim Thick King
So you're-
Jeff.
You can't be Slim Thick. I
I
feel like
am-
that's like a diet drink. Slim Thick. Drink Slim Thick today.
That's actually a good name. We should come out with a brand of juice or something.
Yeah, you know
Or
what? Buy
smoothie.
Slim Thick today. Use the code Thin King Slim Jeff at checkout for 40% off your order and get a free shaker bottle with your Slim Thick today. Go to I'mDummyThin.com /Slim Thick King. Just kidding.
If anyone's still listening, thank you, because that was probably the dumbest first 3.5 minutes we've ever had.
No, that was good. I liked it. I liked it.
Anyways, yeah, I'm fasting. So honestly, I'm not feeling as mentally sharp. I obviously can't
Yeah.
speak, but they say this is good for you. And usually I'll do like a 16-hour fast, so I'm starting to get a little
Yeah, I've read
know?
something about that. Like, what do you say? It's called intermittent
intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I've heard something. I've heard some stuff.
I'm reading a good book on it right now.
Yeah, there you go.
It's called
Big book guy.
It's called Obesity.
No, it's not, is it? Why did you read a book like that, bro?
Jess's mom gave it to me.
Bro, I guess that's I'm sorry.
That's not a joke either.
Oh man.
But no, she knows that I like. She's
Left me
not.
speechless?
She's not. She's not throwing shade at me. She just she knows I like to fast, and she does as well. So she's letting me borrow the obesity book.
Oh,
to
she's letting you
hopefully get
borrow it?
Yeah.
That's better.
Is it?
It would just be funny if like randomly she's like, Jeff, I got you a gift. Oh, it's like a week past my birthday, but okay. Yeah, it's this book called Obesity.
I forget what the subtitle is, but it's
Thanks,
not.
Mom.
It's not just obesity. It's obesity, and then it's like obesity. Get control back of your life or something.
Did she add any words on top of that, or just like give it to you?
No, she was just like, here, you really need this. No, I actually really appreciate it. It's super interesting. There's a lot of science.
She bought you that, and then just like a mirror.
Yeah, a mirror.
Take a good look at yourself, Jeff, and read this book, please.
Yeah, and then a belt that's like 2 sizes too small.
Just says goal on it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I'm fasting. I'm trying to make it. My goal in the back of my head is making it until tomorrow at dinner time, which would be like 48 hours, which I think would be fun.
Yeah.
To try. But judging where we are right now and how weak I am, not physically, just mentally weak.
Dude, it does, I feel like it does make you physically weak, though. Like, do you feel tired?
I feel okay, a little tired.
But you've been, like, doing stuff, so I guess that's good. But
yeah, a little tired.
I remember when I was in college, we did, like, a fast for this. It was, like, we were a part of this organization that, like, helped... what was it? It was like a single mom foundation thing, and our whole dorm like helped out to like raise money, and part of it was like fasting. Are you okay, buddy?
I'm just thinking about what we were talking about, and I'm laughing about the whole fasting thing.
Oh my god. His laugh is delayed. Anyway, back to the great thing that my dorm did for these mothers.
I swear it was not about that. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind.
It's all right.
You're
fasting.
dying.
It's all right.
All right.
But we all fasted, and it was like a part of like it was just a part of this thing that we had to do. But anyway, I was an idiot, and like I was fasting food. All I was drinking was water, and like.
I can't. Oh my gosh,
There's something wrong with you.
It's ridiculous.
Eat a sandwich after this, all right?
Yeah, I need some crackers. Excuse me, production assistant.
Yeah.
Bring me some Ritz.
No, I fired her. Anyway, so I'm an idiot, and I decided to play basketball.
That's tough.
During the fast. I didn't eat anything, but I wasn't thinking. But all my friends were like, "Yo, come on, like let's go hoop, my guy." You know, like how my friends typically sound. And so I was like, "Yeah, for sure, brother. Let's toss around the yay old Springfield ball."
It's not a Wilson?
Yeah, no, it's like Springfield,
Springfield.
like where basketball was birthed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I thought Wilson basketballs, but yeah. Okay.
No.
Spalding.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one. Good. But anyway, I played some basketball. It was a good time, but then I was so weak and shaky because I just sweat, and all I was drinking was water. I had no calorie intake to support my energy outburst. So it was tough. So I woke up. It was kind of funny. I woke up. My fast was supposed to go till like the next morning, and then we all were supposed to eat breakfast together at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like shaking, and I was like, I think I'm gonna die. So I had like this half-eaten sandwich that I had from 2 days before that, in my fridge, and I just devoured that thing. I broke the fast. I apologized, but I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna throw up. But I don't know what I'd throw up. I just felt like I was gonna die.
How many hours were you into it?
I don't know, like 36.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
a long one.
Wow.
That's why I should not have been playing basketball.
They say fasted cardio is excellent for you, but I don't know about that many hours. I think like under 24 fasted cardio is a good thing, but
yeah. But anyways, that's my story.
Yeah, it's funny because when we were talking about that as a gift, I was thinking today, oh, my dad would love this book. Maybe I should buy him a copy. And now I'm thinking, okay, let's not do that.
Yeah, maybe just change the title of it.
Yeah.
Like make a new cover for it.
You're beautiful. Here's some ways to make you more beautiful.
Here's ways to increase your insanely good looks, Father.
Yeah. Love you.
Written by Jeff. Forwarded by the author of Obesity.
I have one page in the back.
Yeah, just like Love You, Dad.
This would be, I don't know if I want to give this as a rec with Jeff or not, but I'll talk about it. I don't know if I'll give it the full rec yet until I'm done with it, but
yeah, give
right
it
now...
half rec it, you know?
Half rec. We'll half rec this obesity.
Yeah. I like it.
But it's talking about, like, insulin and different studies where they've given people insulin that's made them gain weight, and they've done other things versus like a calorie restrictive diet, and it was talking about how I wish I could work my way through this better. It was talking about how insulin is a big reason why people gain weight, and it's not so much the calorie in versus calorie out hypothesis that a lot of people go by. But I don't know. Haven't made it through the whole book. I'll give you my thoughts when I do.
Yeah,
I'm
then
a third
you
of the
can
way
wreck
through.
it.
Yeah, so it's not an official rec. I do have a rec with Jeff, though.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
We'll get right into it. The Dropout on Netflix is a very good series.
Dropout?
Yeah, The Dropout. It's about Elizabeth Holmes, who founded the company Theranos. Theranos, yeah. She dropped out of Stanford actually, and she. I'm trying here.
She dropped out of Stanford?
She founded a company, and basically just misled investors and things like that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
They talked about it on Oops.
Oh, okay.
That's why. And it's really, really excellent so far. It gets into a lot of the science, and it talks about business and things too. The actors do a great job.
I respect that.
Yeah.
The Dropout.
The Dropout.
That's what they used to call me in college.
You didn't drop out, did you?
No, I'm just kidding. It was supposed to garner a laugh, but
Mission failed.
We'll get them next time, fellas. Jeez, are you okay?
I don't know. I choked on my coffee. It went down the wrong pipe. Went down the trachea instead of the esophagus, I guess.
Yeah, good old trachea mishap.
That's what happens.
It happens, you know. I have an announcement.
Okay, great.
Just want you guys to know that your boy's back.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting a gym membership.
Really?
And we're going back.
Are you? Did you get it yet?
Yeah. It's like a deal. I know this person right down the road from here that owns a gym, and it's more of like a personal fitness, like one-on-one gym.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like sell memberships, but we're family friends, and so she's gonna like just charge me a little bit, and she's gonna give me a key, and I can go in whenever as long as it's not during her class time.
That's clutch.
So save a little money. And build back up to the old bod. You know
trying to get to 215, slim, thick.
Yeah, no. Trying to get back to 300 pure muscle like I was a couple years ago. You know, back to my Arnold days.
Yeah, that's cool. What kind of equipment?
Yeah. I actually gave Arnold a call the other day. Oh,
did you? What?
What
kind of equipment? Like
just classic, like some racks, and
nice.
There's a bench and like some boxes for box jumps and other workouts you can do with them, and just like mostly free weight stuff, but a lot of room, which is what I need, because I've been doing a little bit here when I work from home. I'll do some like basic curls and skull crushers and just different things to work out my arms, and then like somewhat my legs. I'll do some squats here and there with my weights that I have in my office, but there's not a lot of room to do much. So I just need a little more room, but I feel like I'm just being lazy. I haven't played basketball in a while, and that was like my excuse, was that I was getting some cardio and stuff. And so, you know what? No more excuses for Jacob Cody. Only results. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So,
I like that.
I'm back. Don't worry. I do have a license to carry, so.
These pipes
these freaking guns.
Mm-hmm. I love these guns.
These pipes. I have a license to carry a pipe.
You are a certified HVAC technician in the state of Connecticut.
It carries over to Mass, too. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh. You don't strike me as a big, like, weightlifting guy, to be honest. You're more of a... You'll play sports when you can.
Thanks.
You're not really... and I don't mean that as shade. You're a great athlete. You're really one of the...
You're gonna buy me a book one day. It's just gonna say fat. Or weak or something. Jeez.
No, you just... I don't know. To be honest with you, you don't strike me as a big weights guy. You strike me as more of a... Maybe that's because I know that's what you're more into.
Yeah, see, I am into the sporty... That's how I get my, like, workout in. I do like that because it's more fun and, like, just accessible.
Sure.
But... I don't know. When I was lifting weights a couple years ago, I felt pretty good, and I could see some growth, and I was stronger, and I was like gaining weight that was muscle because I wasn't like I was getting slimmer, but still gaining weight, so it just felt good, you know. So I just want to get back to that, you know.
Maybe you should try to fast. No,
I don't know.
It's not for everybody, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
some people really don't do well unless they have food, like breakfast and everything.
Yeah, you know, it turns to be like 11 a.m. sometimes if I don't eat breakfast, and I'm like just ticked off. You know, that's what grinds my gears. It's not eating breakfast on time.
Yeah, I also use food as a coping mechanism, so I understand.
Yeah, shut up. I've been doing this like this shake thing for breakfast.
Shakeology?
No, it's what?
Is that that's a thing. That's a real
I've
thing.
never heard that.
Herbalife?
No.
Just
It's called Kachava or something like that. And it's like a superfood drink that has like all your greens, all your vitamins, all your proteins, all your everything all in one. And I tried it for like a month to see.
How was it?
It's good. It's not bad. I've been doing it for a couple days. Tastes like a regular protein shake, but it's got everything you need. So
yeah, that's good.
We'll see.
I like shakes. Usually I won't do breakfast, and then at lunch I'll have a shake or like a protein smoothie or something like that, and maybe a protein bar and coffee.
I'll do the shake and coffee in the morning, and then for lunch, if I'm at work, I go down to this deli and I'll get like one day last week I got like a piece of salmon. That was good. Nice good protein right there, fish. One day I got like a piece of chicken and some, I think it came with two sides, and it was like green beans and something else I can't remember. But it's been good. You know, I've been trying to eat a little better. Every once in a while, you know, I get some McDonald's. It's not good for me, but you know, sometimes, like we talked about, when you're angry, you just gotta get some McDonald's. You gotta get some fast food. I saw you were at the Bell the other day.
Yeah, I was. I love Taco Bell.
Yeah,
obviously. Actually, it's funny because last night, for instance, I was a little grumpy.
Yeah.
A little grumpy.
And
then I was like, you know what? I'm so grumpy right now that I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream because I deserve it. And instantly my mood changed. I was happy, which is bad. This is very bad.
Nah, dude, you know, sometimes you just got to have a bowl of ice cream and just say, it's all right.
I don't know, though. I don't know. I feel like that's a bad habit to
Love
continue.
yourself, Jeff.
That's...
Love yourself.
That's a nice thought you have.
King.
Thank you.
Slim. King.
Thank you.
Anyways, you got anything else on that?
I think I've done enough talking.
No, you need to talk more. I just wanted to share a quick story about another stupid moment. Dumb idiot me. I'm stupid.
Okay.
I'm a big, like, I don't know if you're like this, but when I'm outside, I'm a big, like, kicker. Like, I, like, kick rocks around. I, like, kick branches. I just like to kick things when I'm outside, you know?
So you're like an 8-year-old boy, basically.
Yeah, you know, and then I like to, like, especially with a rock, if I can kick it straight, I like to, like, run up to it and kick it again and see how far I can go without, like, you know, changing my course.
I get it.
But I'm a big kicker, you know? I love to kick. So the other day I was at work right after the whole snowstorm, so I think it was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of snow in the parking lot, and I was
Mhm.
kicking it, just like every other day. And I was kicking snow here, kicking snow there, and then I saw this like perfectly stood up snow, and I was like, I'm gonna punt this thing because I want to see. I like to see it like go up,
Fly
The
and then
snow.
just all the snow particles release from one another.
Yeah, and it's like
Okay.
a cool pick. So I run, not like run, but I'm like jogging,
Okay.
and I go up to kick this thing, and I put some pretty good force behind it.
Hmm.
It's a block of ice,
Come on.
and it's like the block of ice that's like stuck to the ground.
Oh.
And I kick it so hard that I almost trip forward
Ooh.
because I'm like thinking it's gonna go up,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurt so bad. I didn't break my toe or anything, which was good. I think it's because of the shoes I had on. I had like a cushion on the front,
Mm-hmm.
and but it was just it hurt real bad, and I just got really mad after that. And now I don't know if I'm gonna be a kicker anymore,
Tried to Adam
Yeah.
Vinatieri that thing, huh?
bro. I was, yeah.
Hmm. I could imagine this happening. You run up to a kick it. You're like, oh frick,
Bro,
Oh.
yeah, I was pretty ticked off.
by yourself in the park.
I'm just glad that no one was there. Yeah, I'm not a kicker when too many people are around because of stuff like that. So you gotta watch your surroundings. But it was just it was rough, and I walked in and I was in pain. Somebody was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, haha, yeah, just cold out.
This was at work.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like when you walk into my work, like the way I walk in is like through the side door that goes through like the break room,
Mhm.
and somebody was like heating up their breakfast
Hmm.
or something like that, and you could just tell that I was in some pain,
Yeah.
and they asked me like, and I was just like, yeah, pretty cold out, it kind of stinks out there, am I right? And they were like, haha, yeah, and I walked up the stairs and I was like,
And then you cried for an
yeah,
hour.
I started crying, and yeah, I went on for a while, but I was in the bathroom for like an hour crying, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Then you willed yourself back to your office, got
Yeah.
some work done.
Yeah.
So I actually forgot. I did have something to add on to what we were talking about how obesity and whatnot has ruined
okay.
my life. I was thinking about how Jim, your father, said happy birthday to me recently.
Yes.
He called me big boy. It's
Yeah.
kind of hurt my feelings. Not
Nah,
gonna
it's
lie.
because you're jacked.
No.
Yes.
He said-
Let me just tell you something. Jim,
Mm-hmm.
formerly known as Slim Jim,
He's
he
good shape.
he calls everybody big boy. You could be you could be less than 100 pounds
Mm-hmm.
and skinny as a rail. Remember that dude Long Neck, who was like famous on Instagram?
Long Neck?
Yeah, his
No.
name was like Long Neck or something like that.
I thought you were talking about one of your friends. Remember my pal Longneck?
You remember my good friend Long Neck?
I was like, no.
Oh well, he's like this. He was famous on like Instagram. Him and like that dude that got arrested, and he was like thick neck, and they were like, it was like this weird. It was like this weird social media. I'll show you later.
I don't think I'm on that side of Instagram. I don't know what you look at.
It's like it was like they were like viral because there was just like one dude. His neck was like his like mugshot went viral because his neck was like 3 feet thick, and then this other kid they called him like giraffe or long neck or something like that because his neck was like 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
But anyways, they went viral. But like he was really skinny.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad would call him big boy. You know what I mean? So
I get it because I do the same thing. I call everybody big boy or
yeah.
something like that, some kind of pet name,
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was calling you a pet name. Slim Jim.
No, it didn't actually hurt my feelings. Him and I, we just toss jabs back and
Zingers.
forth. Yeah, some
Throwing
zingers.
some zingers at each other.
He said,
Yeah.
"Happy birthday, big boy," on Facebook. So I said, "Thank you, Papa," because that's what your dog Tuck calls him.
You ever seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
A time or two, yes.
You know when Mrs. Claus is like, "Oh, Papa."
Yeah.
That's when you just said that. That's what it reminded me of.
Papa.
Just the way you said it. You're like,
How do you pronounce it? Papa.
No, just the way you're saying it. It's not Papa.
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 That's his name. Papa.
It's just Papa.
Papa.
Papa. Like kind of like how in like in the song Biggie Smalls like I like it when you call me Big Papa.
I don't
like that.
I don't listen to Biggie.
Yeah, you do.
Papa. What a fun word to say. What a fun word. But anyways, so Alex and I hung out on Friday.
Oh, okay.
This is what I was trying to get to.
Right into the next thing?
No, it's all tied together.
Oh, okay.
This is where I've been trying to go. But I have failed miserably. Anyways,
right, so you hung out with Alex on Friday.
Yes, we met each other. Because
years ago, yeah.
No, I'm saying he lives in Danbury, so we meet each other in Central Connecticut.
Oh, Central?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there.
And then we take one car to wherever we're going.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go to Longhorn Steakhouse.
Classic.
Instead, as we're pulling in, Longhorn and Chick-fil-A share a parking lot.
Isn't he like vegan?
I don't know if I'm supposed to out him like this. So he might not be happy that I'm saying this, but he was vegan and he has changed his ways. Now he's a full-on carnivore.
Oh.
As of late. Actually.
Okay, I was just thinking because I know that in the past we've as friends have gone out and he's gone the vegan option, but I didn't know if he was fully or,
No, he was a vegan. Full on vegan for years, and then out of nowhere he was just like, I'm not a vegan anymore.
Good for him.
Yeah, so instead of Longhorn we went to Chick-fil-A for an appetizer.
Okay.
This was
for
his
an
idea.
Appetizer.
This was his idea. He was like, Jeff,
gotta get a little chicken with your meat
before we go to the steakhouse, as he called it, the steakhouse. Do you think we could stop at Chick-fil-A for, a snack beforehand?
I respect
and I was
that.
like, sure, I guess that's fine. I don't know if I'll be able to eat very much. But we go in and he gets a Chick-fil-A sandwich, he gets nuggets, fries, and then he gets a Chick-fil-A wrap.
Really?
And he was like, all right, I don't think I can do this anymore.
So
go
you
to
didn't go to
the steakhouse. Yeah, we didn't go to Longhorn. Instead, he was still a little hungry, but not steakhouse hungry.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to Taco Bell for our second course. Got some burritos, got some potatoes, whatever we were feeling. Crunchwrap Supreme.
All right.
After that, we were not quite nourished. So we went to McDonald's and Subway to get cookies from both of them. And that's how we ended the night. And that's when I realized I am a big boy.
Well, I think I don't think you're a big boy. I just think you need to limit yourself a little bit. Maybe just go to one fast food per night.
It's not as fun.
See, I think if you just cut back on that, you don't need to read this book, Obese.
Perhaps you're right.
But anyways, those are all good options. I like that. I could go for some Chick-fil-A right now.
Yeah, you're telling me, brother. What would be as we talk about fast food, what's your hierarchy?
Oh, geez. At the top, it's Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
For fast food, not for like all food, but for fast food, Chick-fil-A, and then right below that, there's a little section with this. I don't think you've ever been there, but it's called Cookout.
Never.
It's in the South a lot. It's so good. I would put Cookout and Bojangles. You ever had Bojangles?
No.
Oh man, it's like Bojangles is like if you took. I'm trying to like Popeyes, KFC vibe, but just made it better, in my opinion. Like it's got that like Louisiana chicken sandwich vibe. I don't really like their chicken sandwich. I just like their tenders, and they have insane biscuits. Oh man, let me tell you, if you like biscuits, I'm a biscuit guy.
You look like a biscuit.
I'm a biscuit guy. You get me a book called Biscuits, I'll read that. So I like them. So probably those two there. Then you go down and like just for like classic. Always loved it. McDonald's is
Yeah.
right there. I think I've just eaten too much of it in my lifetime, where it's like I still like it. It's still a go-to, easy to get to, easy to eat, but it's it's kind of lost its magic with me.
Oh, you hear that, Ronald?
Yeah, I know. Don't hurt me, Ronald.
The Hamburglar's going to be breaking into this joint pretty soon.
The Hamburglar. That dude's a freaky guy, bro. Tell me that dude is not like a psychopath or like I don't know. It just sounds like a pedophile. To be honest, the Hamburglar, bro. Just stay away from him. Have you ever see that? Like Ronald, like all right, but Hamburglar and that like chicken girl. What's her name?
Oh my gosh, what is her name? I don't know. It's the one
Stay away
with
from
pigtail
them, bro.
braids.
Yeah, but stay away from the Hamburglar because that dude is weird.
Kids, if you're listening, don't go anywhere near the Hamburglar.
Stay away from the Hamburglar. Anyways, I put Wendy's in that.
Okay, but no, this is a hierarchy. You can't put them in a group.
Oh, I was putting them in a group this whole time. You didn't stop me.
I need your 1 through 5.
Oh, Chick-fil-A,
Okay.
Cookout,
Okay.
Bojangles.
Okay.
Man, this is tough, I think for the sheer fact that I go there often, McDonald's
Okay.
is my number 4.
All right.
And then my number 5, I'm going to have to go. This is really tough because there's a lot of ones I could go here, but I'd have to say like man, this is tough.
I'm guessing Wendy's.
See, that could go there, but I think that I'd rather if there was a Wendy's and a Sonic in the same area, I think I'd go Sonic. I love their cherry limeade. Their burgers are pretty good. But you can get tater tots. That's like not normal. I like that.
Okay. All right. There's a lot to dissect there. Sonic, I used to hate. I went there about a year ago.
Bro, I love Sonic.
And they had some kind of magic in their recipe. It's much better now. So I'm a fan of Sonic. It's not my top 5, though.
Sonic's good.
Do you consider Five Guys fast food?
See, yeah.
What about Jersey Mike's? Like,
that's like, I mean, would you consider Subway?
Yeah.
Then you could consider Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
I think it's like the same vibe.
Yeah. The assembly line type setup is kind of what does that. Okay. As opposed to a regular grinder or sub shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that. Okay.
So yeah, but I could put a lot of things there. I'm looking at, but like just so the fact that I don't really go to those other ones too much, like steak, what's it called, Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Like I love Shake Shack, but I barely go, and it's not like something that I like would go out of my way to go to, like Chick-fil-A or Bojangles or something. Like whenever I go in the South, I always get Bojangles and Cookout because you can't get that up here. So I'm always there. So that's why those are my 2 and 3. Chick-fil-A, I've driven to Worcester out of my way just to get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Like I might go do that tonight. I don't know.
I could see that.
Yeah. But yeah, so before you give your top 5,
Okay.
when it comes to like mascots, who would win in a fight? Just fast food, not mascots across the board.
Oh boy.
Because like Tony the Tiger would probably kick everyone's butt.
Oh, Tony the Tiger's goated.
But he's not fast food. So just fast food type mascots. I know not a lot of them have it, but
So we have a McDonald's is Ronald, right?
Ronald, you could count, I guess, the Hamburglers.
Ronald and the
Weirdo.
Hamburglar tag teaming.
Yeah. You got Wendy's.
Wendy's is Wendy. Wendy would get smoked in a
Yeah.
second. The only good thing about
She doesn't
Wendy's...
want the smoke.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
The Burger King guy, he seems like he could throw down.
Oh, the King?
He seems like he could throw down,
The
bro.
King could definitely throw down. Who else is there? Chick-fil-A doesn't really have one, unless you count the cow
Just
on
for
that
Chick-fil-A,
billboard.
it's just a chicken.
It's just a chicken.
Just the chicken.
Chicken and Wendy go fight each other in the consolation bracket. And then
Yeah.
the
Who
King,
wins?
The King and Ronald, definitely the King.
You think the King out of all fast food. I'm trying to think of any other ones we're missing here.
I know.
For Duncan, it could be Gronk.
Gronk wins.
Yeah, Gronk wins, but we won't count him. Yeah, the king. I'd say the king.
You know, Ronald is kind of he looks like a Shivy, shisty kind of guy. Like, I feel like
He's bringing a knife to a fist fight.
oh, for
Type of
sure.
guy,
He's
you
trying.
know?
He's trying to
Brass
shank somebody.
knuckles.
Yeah, he's the guy in the prison that
Yeah.
ends up slicing somebody's throat with a sawed-off toothbrush or something.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
made into a point.
Instead of
That's
like
Ronald.
he shows up to the fight, you run at him and just like throws a bunch of like lettuce and pickles in your eyes. The Hamburglar's just like throwing double McDoubles at you.
Double McDouble.
Bro, they're going hard.
They are going hard. I don't know. I feel like the king is more just, big brawny type fighter.
He just seems like he like just throws down. Like he just throws down. That's it.
Yeah, he
There's
does
no like
throw
you
down.
can't explain it. It's just he wakes up every day and he's the king. Nobody questions
and
it.
he knows it.
Nobody questions you. King of what? We don't know, but he just does it.
He's also got a great set of pipes on him. That's another
Yeah.
thing you think about.
That's facts.
Have it your way, whatever that jingle is. Boy, that
Whopper.
Whopper,
Double
Whopper,
Whopper.
double Whopper. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Gets me kind of hyped.
Yeah.
Almost as much as the national anthem.
Yeah.
Not quite.
I could
though.
see that. The national anthem at a NASCAR game. What about that?
NASCAR game. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Sorry, a NASCAR
Race.
Race.
It's fine.
NASCAR match.
Yeah. Oh boy, could I go for a NASCAR race in McDouble right now?
Bring us to Talladega.
I'm going with Taco Bell #1,
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I'm not always in the mood for chicken though. I'm not crazy about chicken, but
Taco Bell, bro. That's disgusting.
Taco Bell #1, bar none. It's always there for you, even if you're in the anywhere. It's always there for you.
All right.
I just love it. I know it's not the best, but I love it.
All right. Taco Bell.
So it's #1. No, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A,
Yep.
McDonald's,
Yep.
Wendy's,
Okay.
Burger King, and I used to have Burger King #3, but I feel like they've fallen off in recent years. They're not.
I was
as
gonna
good as
say,
they
I
used
feel
to be.
like you would have been. Yeah, I feel like you would have put Burger King above Wendy's at least. To be honest.
Yes, and then you and I started making these random visits to Wendy's, and since then I've really started to enjoy
Wendy's is good,
it. Mm.
and I'll give it to them. They are pretty good. I don't know.
You know what else it is about Wendy's? I love the wrapper. The silver wrapper.
Oh, of the burgers.
Yeah,
I was
not
like-
Lil Wendy.
Yeah, I was like, who's who? Usually, all the rappers go to McDonald's. You
Yeah.
know? Like Travis Scott.
Yeah, and Cardi B, didn't she have
Yeah.
a meal too?
Yeah, I think someone else too, like Offset or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I think so actually.
I tried to get those toys. I couldn't get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're always sold out right away.
I wanted to get the Mario game, the Mario toy in the Happy Meal recently.
You didn't get it?
I don't go to McDonald's really. So, well, I do, but not
Come
often.
Come on.
Going off of that, what about coffee? Rank your coffee joints.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
fast coffee, Starbucks, Dunkin', there's more too. There's more. What else is there? Tim Hortons. You ever been to a Timmy's?
I've been to a Timmy's in Canada.
Honeydew, that's
Felt
another
good.
one.
Honeydew is, I'm just not a big honeydew guy.
Hmm.
So, my number one.
Dunkin'. No, Cumbies.
Always number one in my heart. Cumbies coffee. Top of the charts. I would die for that. Number two, I'd probably say Starbucks.
Respect.
Because it's just like, I can get a classic iced coffee from Starbucks and it's usually pretty good and it's never made wrong. That's like the big thing. Like if Dunkin' could make their drinks consistently correct every time, or even if they didn't, like be nice about if I like asked them to redo it,
Yeah.
then I'd put them up there because when they make it right, it's pretty good. But the Starbucks is always pretty consistent, and I only get like, iced coffees. It's not like you don't think you can mess that up, you know. So I'd say Cumbies, Starbies, probably Dunkin' just because I used to go there all the time, and when it's good, it's good.
It's fair.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Chick-fil-A's iced coffee.
Really? Oh.
When I get breakfast there, not often because there's not one super close to here, but I love their breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
When I get breakfast, I love their iced coffee. It's really just like a sugary drink. It's not like oh man, I love a cup of Joe in the morning.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, oh man, tastes really good.
Yeah.
So it's more of that, but I put it up there because I'd get that if I was out on the go, and I'd stop somewhere. I'd stop there. And then I'd probably say McDonald's. Their coffee's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like Newman's Own or something like that, or something like, I don't know. It's somewhere. It's some good coffee brand that's not bad.
I think it is Newman's Own.
Yeah, and I've had their like ice mocha stuff. It's pretty good. So it's another thing. It's another one of those like sugary ones, but it's not bad. You know.
So how about some local flair here? Where do you rank Baker's in that? Baker's.
See, I'm not a big Baker's guy. I've tried it a few times because it was convenient. Never liked it. Don't like Honeydew.
No.
No, I've tried that a few times. Didn't like it. I like what's it called? Sawdust.
Oh yeah, Sawdust is good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I might put that near my top 5, but I don't know. You know?
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair analysis. Elephant in the room. Cumbies, way too high. Obviously,
No.
way too high.
You just don't get it because
It's low quality coffee. And I'm drinking it right now. It's good for its.
No. First of all, let me just tell you something. It's not that low quality as people think it is.
Okay.
It's really just, you have to add all the factors into it. Convenience-wise, it's at the top. Like,
there's no drive-through.
No, but you just get out and you make it real quick. You don't have to wait for anybody. You don't have to think, oh man, did this person wash their hands? Did this person put enough sugar in there? Did this you don't have to think about that. You just got to go in there, grab your cup, put some ice in it, pour it, put whatever you want, and you're good. So the cost, it's got to be in there. It's $1. And sometimes, like I've told this podcast multiple times, they give it to me for free sometimes. So, like, shout out to Cumbies. Sponsor me. I've been trying for months. No response yet, but I know that you guys see it, so, keep an eye out for that. And then on top of that, it's, like I said, you do it yourself, and you make it taste pretty good.
You do it yourself.
It tastes pretty good. I like it. So, just don't even sleep on it,
Okay. All right. Well, teach their own. I like that it's cheap and that it is in the same plaza as my office. So that's why I like it.
Yeah, that's... See?
When I'm just going for a black coffee, that's perfectly fine because it's much cheaper. My ranking, obviously, Starbucks number 1 by a mile. Like you said, the consistency is bar none. Everywhere else
they take it serious,
They do take it seriously, and it shows.
You ever get your coffee made by a Black Apron?
All the time.
Black Apron? Do you know what that means?
No.
This is a real thing.
No, I don't. Is that like the manager in the Starbucks?
No, there's baristas who have been there for a while can take this course and get a Black Apron. It means you're like a master of coffee.
Really?
Literally. It's a real thing. My friends used to work there, and he tried to get the Black Apron and failed.
I'm going to look out for that from now on.
And then an avid listener of the pod, Jeff, the other Jeff.
Yes.
He worked at Starbucks for a while. I don't think he got the Black Apron. Maybe he did. He'd have to message me and correct me on that. But he made it known to me that it is a real thing. And you can, if you ever see a Black Apron at a Star, I think it's few and far between now.
Probably.
But I've had it, and it's pretty excellent.
Interesting.
They know what they're doing. I think they just know what they're doing,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the cost, obviously, but I love Starbucks. They're it's so good.
You're paying for the consistency,
It's better, though. It's better. It's much better. Dunkin', Dunkin's A game and Starbucks is A game. Starbucks is percentages ahead.
Yeah, I feel like Dunkin' just burns their coffee too much, and that's what to take. Because sometimes I'll have a really good cup of Dunkin', and I'm like, man, that was really good. Why isn't it like this every time?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's because you get the employees, which to their credit, they're understaffed most of the time, so it's not their fault. But you get the employees that are like, you're like, hey, like, how's your morning? And they're like, what do you want? It's like, all right, you know, come on. Come on. So.
But I would still probably put them second out of what we have here. No, I would put Honeydew. I like Honeydew. Honeydew is better. I just don't go there often because it's in Webster. So Starbucks, Honeydew, Dunkin'. I don't really go anywhere else, so I can't speak on it.
No, Cumby's not even on your list?
Cumby's number 4. It's, it's good, cheap coffee.
No.
It's convenient, like you said.
That's where we disagree.
Yeah.
You're just taking one factor and putting it above every other factor. Like it's 5 stars in every factor except the quality. Maybe it's 2 or 3, and you're just taking, every other. And if you added all the stars together, Cumby's is the clear number 1.
But what it's really, the weight on the quality is much higher. It's like when a professor in college would weight different assignments or different exams. The quality of the coffee is like 75% of the final grade.
See, I guess, but I just feel like it's not that bad.
It's fine. You know what kills me is I drink oat milk creamer, or it's black. So if I don't have the oat milk creamer, which Cumby's does not, I can't really fairly compare it.
Yeah, I just put milk in mine.
You heathen.
Yeah, Well, I'm lactose tolerant.
I'm lactose tolerant. I stand with lactose.
I stand with lactose. It's great. All right, before we go,
Okay.
I got one question for you.
Okay.
If you had to give up one thing in your life that brings you joy, what would it be?
What a depressing way to end.
No, I just I just was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, could I give up? Like we're talking about coffee. Could I give up my morning coffee every day? That's something that brings me joy. Could I give that up? I don't know. I just thought about it. I was like, could I? And then I thought, what would I have? Like if someone was like, give this up or I'm gonna shoot you. What would you give up? But it has to be something you enjoy. You can't be like doing the dishes. You know what I mean? Like because we know that's false.
Well, I can't give up coffee,
Okay.
my family.
Oh, well. One thing, give up right now. Take Jess. Take her.
Take her. No, we're not doing that. Oh my gosh. No, obviously I would never do that. No to coffee, no to family, and no to golf.
Yeah.
Those are absolute, I will never give up. I won't give up my ability to walk.
Yeah, that brings joy.
Oh, man, I don't know. That's a tough question. I guess what else do I enjoy besides those things? I don't know. I literally don't know what else I like besides that.
So you have to give up one of them.
I'll give up watching sports.
Watching sports?
Yeah, I could not watch sports if I could play them. I would be fine if I never watched any sports ever again.
But they bring you happiness?
Yeah, I love it. Especially the Yankees. The Yankees and watching golf and football too.
Yeah, but you give that up?
There's nothing better. Well, there's the other 3 things I listed are better. But.
Yeah. That's interesting.
What about you?
I think I could, if I had to, give up video games.
That's another good one.
Because I do play a decent amount. I'm not like on every single night, like till the dark points of the night, but for some reason I was gonna say the dark ages.
I was gonna say what are you talking
about? But I still play quite often. I play like just for fun, like sports games to like kind of clear my mind. But I think I could give it up. Because I just love going outside and playing sports more. I love, like you said, I love golf. I don't think I could give up my coffee or my ice cream or like my snacks.
Yeah.
If I like had to for health reasons, I guess but like I wouldn't want to.
Nah, you'd go down swinging.
Yeah,
Ice cream
for
every night.
chocolate. Yeah, I would do that. I just don't think I could give up that kind of stuff. So,
Video games.
video games.
Okay, I respect that.
All right, we're giving
games,
it up.
watching
Let's
sports.
go.
All right, let's do it. No video games for you. No
For
watching
3 years.
sports. For 3 years.
For 3 years, and whoever loses has to give the other person $10,000.
I wonder who would win in that. I'm trying to think who would win.
I think you'd win.
Probably.
Because-
Unless you count like walking into a restaurant and I see a sports game on the TV.
No, as long as you looked away.
Okay.
But I feel like you'd win because I feel like it would take a couple weeks and someone would be like, come on, play this game with me. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I would,
And then I just wouldn't think about it and I would lose.
I would text you every day, be like, COD?
Yeah, I know,
COD
just to get
question
me. Oh, man. That would be
Dropping
tough,
it?
too.
I really, that's why I can't say that, because the few nights a year that we play,
That
like
we're dropping and...
yeah, we probably play like 10 times a year.
No,
Maybe
more
a
than
little
that.
bit. I don't know.
More
It's not
than
a lot.
that. Bro,
20 maybe?
what?
Once a month.
No, it's more than that. Because there's times where we've played like 3 days in a row.
And then not for another month and a half.
And
Okay,
then,
say
and
it's-
then not for like 2 weeks. I think your perception of time is way off when it comes to like video games. Because like the other day you're like, we haven't played in forever. I was like, Jeff, we played like 6 days, 5 days ago.
It's because I love it. Okay, well, regardless, say
Recently it's been less, but in the past we would play quite often.
say we play 30 times a year.
Okay.
Maybe that's more fair. The 30 days a year that we play, I have more fun than anything. It's so much fun.
Are we playing tonight?
I would play. I'll play at some point this week.
See, that's why we can't play, because sometime this week
Dude,
I'm gonna text you and
I
you're gonna
don't
be
even
like,
wanna talk about
sorry, Jeopardy's on and I'm in my blankie.
look through. Okay, well that did happen once recently. You're
Yeah.
right, but look through the chat and tell me how many times it was me who initiated.
You text me at like 9 p.m. and say, COD,
What do you want me? When do you want me to text you?
we gotta plan this kind of stuff. I'm not home all the time, you know. I'm making deals across the nation.
Okay.
Last week I was in Hong Kong closing the biggest deal of my life.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, okay. Well, now that I know that you need more notice, I can try and give you more notice.
Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want in this relationship. It's more communication.
All right. Thank you for this session of counseling.
Yeah.
This joint counseling session.
It's all right. Just listen to me more, all right?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, relax.
That was my bad. All right. Yeah. Well, follow us. Oh, that was it? You got anything else?
No, that's
All
it.
right. Follow us on Instagram, How I Met My Brother Pod, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, I guess.
Yeah, it's different.
YouTube. What would you say we have? Rumble now?
We do have a Rumble, but it's
Rumble.
it's kind of lame. I wanna
TikTok.
see how it was.
TikTok. All that good stuff.
YouTube.
Follow us on
YouTube's
there.
a big one.
YouTube. I already said that.
Sorry.
So
I don't
we just
listen.
talked about listening. Jeez.
For the one person that's still listening at minute 53, they're going to laugh their pants off.
But yeah, follow us. Make sure you subscribe. Send us a message, rate us, like us, wine, dine, and that's it.
Send us off into the night.
Have a
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.